I spent 23 years in the military. I don't know how many markers that I'm marked up, but I am 100%, I have PTSD.
I suffer from really bad anxiety and depression and PTSD, and so I'm always looking for ways outside of what the Navy can give me to help my mental health and to kind of take that power back.
As my kids would say, oh, Dad's got a shell-shock face on.
I ended up being PTSD because I couldn't figure out what was wrong. The weird things happening in my head. You know, I would have nightmares that, oh my gosh, they're feature length, you know, and you can wake up in them and you go back to sleep and you pick up where you left off. And I've had dreams so bad that, you know, I'm out on my deck, walking around, smoking a cigarette, and all of a sudden, I don't want to go back to sleep because I'm tired of this nightmare. You know, I'm tired of it. And the nightmare just boomed right in front of my face, so I'm hallucinating.
Like I'm hyper aware of everything around me. You know, you don't sit down and relax. You don't sleep well at night. And so I sleep better if I've spent all day with horses. I take home that feeling that and I don't know, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I couldn't tell you all the ins and outs of all that stuff. I just know that it helps. My wife knows that it helps me. My kids know that it helps me.
It gives me, when I do my program, when I'm here as a hero, it gives me a chance to just let go. And
that there's no judgment here. All of our horses are rescue. All of our wranglers are volunteers, and they're here for, you know, out of the goodness of their heart to help you battle whatever inner demons you're dealing with. But you don't have to talk about it. It's not what you're up here for. You're not up here like in a counselor or therapist type setting. You're here for you in the mountains on a wide open ranch with everybody here that loves and adores you the minute you step foot on the ranch.
And this is where you go when everything sucks. And you might do a hard day's work, but it's a hard day's work worth it, and you get something at the end of it, and it's what matters.
Everybody up here is accepting, and that nobody up here is going to judge you on what you've been through and your level of knowledge of horses, and that we want you to come up here for you, and don't be afraid to come up here and lose yourself and let your emotions go, you know?
I came up and it felt like coming home. And it's just like, oh, I know these people, I know these horses. I may not have met them before, but I know them.
Because this is an amazing program. I wouldn't be the same without it. I brought my sailors up here on the brink of suicide, and they're still here. The program is life-changing, no matter what type of horse experience you have. And if riding horses isn't your thing, you can still be up here volunteering and grooming or, you know, helping out in some other way.
I mean, this place is heaven. This is where you want to be.